I have been in the market for a new bait casting setup, and after tons and tons of research, a lot of time put in, a lot of reading and just watching some YouTube videos and stuff, I decided that I wanted to go with a 13 fishing Inception Sport Z reel. I've heard great things about them, and when I kind of settled on that decision there that I was gonna get that reel, I looked around on the internet to try to find the cheapest price. I saw $150 at like Tackle Warehouse, I think it was. Then I saw $130 on Amazon, and I wanted something a little bit lower than that. So I went to the website of today's video sponsor, Carl's Bait and Tackle, shopcarls.com, and I found this reel for $72. And since I'm a member, I just went ahead and bought it and got that great price. So something that's $150 at pretty much every other place, I got for $72. And today is a very happy day for me because that reel came in the mail and we can take a look at it, and let me show you guys what we got today. So if you guys have a hard time believing me if this reel is actually $72, here's my order receipt right here. 13 Fishing Inception Sport Z bait casting reel. Scroll on over. $72. I got some other stuff in there too because Carl's just has so much cool stuff and it's hard to just buy one thing, but there you go. That's what I paid for it. So once again, a very big thank you to Carl's Bait and Tackle for sponsoring today's video. And if you guys are unfamiliar with shopcarls.com, basically if you become a member on that website, they have so much fishing stuff at a discounted rate for you. They got early product releases, like sometimes lures come out and the members get them early or have an opportunity to buy them early. There's just so much cool stuff on Carl's, and I'm so glad that I'm a member because I enjoy shopping on there, and they hooked me up with some really great stuff and some great deals like the reel I just bought today. So without any further ado, let's open up this box and let's see what we got in this reel. So here we go. Here is our shopcarls.com package that just came in today. And I'd be lying to you guys if I said I didn't already open it and take a peek at this reel, but I want to show you all as well exactly what we got here. This is a beautiful 13 Fishing Inception Sport Z bait casting reel, and the packaging is great. It looks amazing, and I cannot wait to test it out later on in this video here. We're gonna get out and do some fishing with it first, but we just have to take a look here. We got some stickers that they sent us. Super cool 13 Fishing stickers. The instructions, of course, another sticker, and then there it is, the reel itself. Man, this thing is going to be absolutely sick. I mean, such a great looking reel. It's going to go awesome on the rod too that I have to show you guys. I got a new rod to put it on, but man, what a beautiful reel. And if you guys want opportunities to get great deals like this, I will leave the link to Shop Carl's down in the description of this video, but man, we got to test this thing out. So as far as the rod that I'm actually gonna put this reel on, I had something really cool happen. It's just a quick story I gotta tell you guys. So I was actually at a local fishing store a couple of days ago, and I was looking for a rod to put this reel on once the reel came in. And I run into one of my fishing buddies, Jeff, at the store, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" I said, "I'm looking for a rod." And he was like, "What kind?" and everything. And we got to talking, and he had a rod sitting in his garage that he wasn't gonna use that actually is going to be perfect for this 13 Fishing Inception Sport Z reel. So I'm going to put that on the rod. He was generous and gave me that rod for free, man. So Jeff, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. But let me show you guys, show everybody exactly what rod we're going to be putting the reel on, because this thing is really cool. If I flip this around right here, we are going to be putting this on a Lews Mach 2. The green color and everything is like literally perfect. And it's going to be, I think it's 7 foot or 7'1", medium heavy, 7 foot, medium heavy power. And look at that with the color scheme, man. That thing is going to be so sick. So once again, Jeff, thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. Hopefully we're going to catch so many big fish on this combo right here. And that starts today, because now that we've unboxed everything, I've shown you guys what we're dealing with in today's video, we're going to go fishing with this brand new combo. So I'm going to spool this thing up, get a lure tied on, and I will see y'all at the water. All right guys, so we have made it to the spot, and I have a lot to say about some things I saw on the way here and some things that I saw just walking up here right now. But first, here is the complete product of what we're going to be using today, this beautiful rod and reel. Second of all, I just could not believe when I walked up, I saw the most blue herons that I've ever seen in my life right here. There's about 15 of them just feeding all the way around here. And if you don't know what a blue heron is, I'll throw a picture on the screen right now. It's one of those big birds that you see out on the water, and they're always eating fish and stuff. But as I was driving up to this spot right here, I drove past many ponds, and each and every one were frozen, and I thought today might be a wash because I wouldn't be able to find any open water. But I came to this little spillway type area right here where we have some moving water, and thankfully we do have some open water to fish today. Now, I don't know how the bite's gonna be, but at least we're able to fish on some water that's not frozen. And I'm assuming because this is one of the only areas in the state right now that isn't frozen over, that's why all those birds were here just munching on fish. So the fish should be in this little pocket right here, and we're gonna do our best to catch them today. Another thing I wanted to say is a year ago on this day, I'm gonna throw a picture up on the screen, was my 26.5-inch chain pickerel, my PB. So I had to come out and fish today. Unfortunately, the spot that I caught that fish at is complete ice right now, so we're not going to be doing any fishing there anytime soon, unfortunately, which is where we had all the success last winter. But we have to wait for that to unfreeze, and then we'll get out to that spot. But yeah, this is what we have to fish today. I'm using this brand new setup. I can't wait to try it out, and I'm just going to be starting off a little crankbait, see if I can get a reaction strike. But the goal is just to catch one fish today, because fishing is unbelievably hard right now, and we don't really have a lot of bodies of water at our disposal to fish. So without any further ado, let's get this thing tuned up and we'll start casting out there. So one really cool feature on this reel that I noticed is the adjuster thing right here. The dial that's normally on the side of most bait casters is actually inside of this little thing right here. So you pop it open. I've already adjusted it to 5, which is what I'm going to start out at the setting right there. But that's very cool that it's inside, and when you pop it out, this thing stays on. It doesn't just pop off and fly somewhere. So pretty cool feature on this 13 fishing reel. And yeah, let's get down here, man. This is a really good bass fishing spot in the summer for me, but we're gonna see how it produces in the middle of January today. So first cast with a new setup. Let's see how she goes. Pretty good, pretty good. I got the settings pretty tight because I didn't want to backlash, so we'll have to fine tune it as we go along here, but that's always good, not backlashing on your first cast with a new baitcaster. I really like the way this thing feels in your hands. It's got these nice grips on it. The rod has the wind grips, and it's just a really, really nice setup. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to use over the years. It would be so awesome today to break it in with a big bass. That is what I'm hoping for. Just any fish is great, but this is a quality spot, so you never know what we'll be able to pull out of here. Oh, a little bit of a backlash there. It's our first one. Now we're officially broken in with this thing. Today we've got a lot of baits at our disposal. I brought my brand new mystery tackle box with me that I just got in the mail a couple days ago. So we have some baits in there we can try. We've got all kinds of stuff in my regular tackle box that we can try. And we're not just committing to one bait today, because we're probably gonna have to throw the kitchen sink at them to try to get a bite out of here, just the way the bite's been lately. But hopefully we can figure out something and get dialed in on a bit of a pattern here, because I know these fish have got to be up in this area since it's not frozen right now. And like I said at the beginning, the birds tell the story, because they're looking to feed on fish, and when you got 15 of them sitting in this little cove, there's got to be fish here, at least bait fish. And where there's bait fish, there's definitely predator fish. Man, I'm just loving how this thing casts. It's so effortless, so easy, and you know, I got the settings dialed in right now. We're able to get pretty much to the other side right there, and this is only like a 1/4 of an ounce crankbait, maybe 3/8 of an ounce. So the castability is really good. I think we just had a fish. Dang, either we ran into a fish or we had a bite. I'm thinking maybe we ran into something, but whatever that was definitely moving around. That was not a snag. Let's bring it back through the same area just in case. probably like a shad or something, to be honest with you. Not really sure though. There doesn't seem to be a ton going on right now, but I'm just so thankful to have a body of water right now that's not frozen over, and I can actually, you know, try to use my skills and try to figure out a pattern at, because all these other places are just unfishable right now. So just having some open water is so nice. Man, this crankbait is looking so good in the water. You guys see that wobble side to side. I can't believe it's not getting bit, but at the same time, fishing is just so hard right now. But this is definitely a bait I'm gonna have to pull out in the future. But for now, we're gonna switch up, and I'm gonna look in my mystery tackle box. Maybe we got something I can use in there. I think there's a Guggen Junior Scout in there, so I might tie that on. Try to go with a little jerkbait presentation. Let's open her on up and see here. If you guys want to get a mystery tackle box of your own, by the way, use code ORANGE22 and get your first box for $10. But let's see, yeah, here's the Scout that I was looking for. It's a Junior Scout, which is good. Doesn't dive too deep. I think it's like 3 to 5 feet. Yes, sir. 3/8 of an ounce. And that's a really good bait fish imitation right there. So maybe these fish are a little more finicky and don't want something as fast moving as a square bill. So we'll do kind of a twitch and pause retrieve with this jerkbait, and we'll do our due diligence with it. We'll put it through its paces and throw tons of casts out there, give these fish every opportunity to eat this thing. But the Scout is a great jerkbait, super sharp hooks, so you're not going to lose most of your catches that you get on there. It's got the good rattles in there, and this blue and kind of holographic pattern on there is really a great Delaware bait fish imitation, because a lot of our shad kind of look like this here. So especially in the clear water, you know, this water is really, really clear. Let's check out the action on this Junior Scout. I've actually never used a Junior Scout before. I've used a regular Scout, but wow, I'm really, really liking that. I bet that would tear it up in the fall at a couple of my striper spots. So we'll have to try that this upcoming fall in 2022. But for now, let's hope this thing gets some bass or crappie or perch. I really don't care. I would take a bluegill. Cast pretty well. So the retrieve I'm gonna do is just twitch it, pause it, stop and go. When you can get on a good jerkbait bite, it's so much fun, because most of the time they hit it on that pause and it shocks your rod, and just the feeling of that bite is so much cooler than a lot of other bites you get. Not going to spend too long committing to just one bait today. So we've tried the square bill, we have tried the Scout Junior here with no luck whatsoever. So I saw another bait down in my mystery tackle box that I really want to try. It's something that I plan on doing a lot more this year, is fishing with jigs, like actual bass jigs on the bottom. And there's a really good looking jig in here in the mystery tackle box, and they also included some trailers to put on there too. And I think it'll make it a deadly combo. So we're gonna give that a shot, and you know, maybe that'll get it done today. If not, we'll better our skills with just fishing a jig and get more comfortable with that. So here's what I'm talking about. Right here is the trailer. It's a Biwa War Axe, 4-inch. It's like a creature style crawl bait. And the jig that matches it perfectly is right here. It's an Excite, I can't even see what the name is right there. Excite Reflex skipping jig. So this little combo right here, the colors match perfectly, and the bait should fit on this hook perfectly too. And we'll kind of jig that up off the bottom and really slow it down for these fish. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this thing looks down there, if we can actually see it. I've caught, I think, 1 fish lifetime on a jig, so this is definitely going to be a learning experience for me. But I think we're just going to hop it on and off the bottom, and you could probably swim it too if you want to. But it's got those 2 little legs on it that are, you know, giving it some action as you hop it on and off. And I guess it's gonna mimic like a crawfish or something. But we'll give it a shot, man. There's a lot of rocks and stuff over here, so it should be like a good crawfish home. You would think there's crawfish in here, so I don't know, maybe the bass will eat it. I'm definitely an inexperienced jig fisherman, so if you guys out there that have had more experience with these baits than me, have any knowledge to drop on me, definitely go down in the comments below and share some of that, because I'd love to hear your tips and tricks on fishing these things. Spot number 2 on the day, guys, and the main pond right over here is completely and totally frozen over. Again, it's the curse of Delaware in the winter. It's not thick enough ice where you could walk out there and actually do some ice fishing, but it's definitely thick enough to keep your lure from getting below the surface and actually doing what you need to do. So unfortunately we can't fish that side, but we do have a spillway down here that we're going to be able to fish, and looks like it's open, so perfect. Maybe we can get a decent crappie bite down here, or maybe some bass, who knows. Well, we will give it our best shot, absolutely. Let's hop on over. And I'm feeling good about this spot today, man. I'm hoping we can just get on something. I need to feel that tug. There's also a huge snake that lives over here, so I'm hoping he's hibernating right now, because I would not like to stumble into him. He's like 5 feet long. I saw him plenty of times during the summer when I was fishing over here. But definitely a blessing to find some more open water, because it is hard to come by right now. Start off with a jig again, and then we'll go with that little ultralight thing that I used at the other spot too, if we don't get any on the jig. One of my favorite things so far about this bait casting combo is that this rod I have literally has 10 eyelets on it. It makes the casting precision that much better, and it's super accurate when you cast it. The reel casts super far. Obviously I don't have to cast very far here, but it's just a really beneficial addition to my arsenal here, being able to cast that far. It's gonna come in handy a lot of times this year. Yeah, way up in there. That's the beauty of casting with a jig. You're not really afraid of getting snagged, because we got the weed guard on there. So I'll tell you what, I definitely wouldn't be casting any other kind of lure up in there other than like a Senko maybe. Let's give this little guy a little dangle. Go finesse on him. No way, fish, yes! Woo, let's go! Let's go, we got a crappie, baby. I thought we were gonna get skunked all day long, but we got a freaking fish. And man, it's about time. We have put in the work, let me tell you. Most excited I have ever been to catch a tiny, like maybe 7 or 8 inch crappie, but beautiful color pattern on him. He's got the purple as well as the white and the yellow. And this is what got it done, just a little jig. I was jigging it and I could not believe it when I felt a tug on the end of my line. It's just been that tough. But we got snow on the ground still. We got ice on the main pond up there, but we are still catching fish. Now, it is not a big one, like I said, but I'm just thrilled to get that bite. Just a little change of location and a change of baits. Got it done, man. Let's see if we can get some more. Maybe there's a school down there, but thank you so much, man. Much appreciated, Mr. Crappie. I just came up from the spillway, guys, and I wanted to show you a little bit of what our ponds are looking like right now. So we have this very thin layer of ice on pretty much every single pond in our area, and it's making it totally impossible to fish on the ponds themselves. So we have to stick to the spillways, unfortunately, as you've seen in this video. So we did attack those spillways with just every ounce of fishing knowledge and might that we have, I guess, but we only caught the one fish. But today I will take that 10 times out of 10, man. The main goal of today's video, like I said, was really just to fish with my new Baitcaster here, and we accomplished that goal. It's so smooth, man. I can't wait to use it so many more times in the future and actually catch some fish on it. So we kind of failed in that department as far as catching fish on this thing, but at least we did get the crappie. So we were not skunked today. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that thumbs up button, drop a comment, and hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Push the notification bell. That just gives you a little alert anytime we post a video. And, you know, it just helps you stay in touch with Delaware fishing and what we're doing over here. But we'll be out again soon trying to catch more fish, and we hope you join us that time too. So thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great day. Peace out.